everybody, I am Jared Clark with Airguns of Arizona, and today we're going to be taking a look at a very unique, very groundbreaking rifle brought to us by FX Airguns. That rifle that I am talking about is the FX Impact. We have this very high density foam case with lots of cutouts. So this is made because this gun has the ability to switch calibers and be a multi-caliber platform. You have the ability to carry an extra barrel, some extra pellets, a couple different magazines. It's really made to be an ultimate package, starting with the case. What we do get with the gun quickly, you'll get the FX owner's manual. They'll go over everything you need to know about the gun, as well as a magazine in the respective caliber of gun you ordered. So this particular one right in front of me is a 25 caliber, and the only other thing in the box with it is the mod. On the 25, it is a fixed moderator, and you just go ahead and thread that on, and you're ready to go. The FX Impact is unique in that it's almost like 4 rifles in one gun. By changing 2 pieces here, the barrel and the probe, you can bounce between 177, 22, 25, and 30 caliber. So you can cover the whole spectrum of calibers with one rifle here. It's also available in the 177 and 22 calibers. However, they do come with a telescoping shroud. So nothing to screw on, it will just collapse in on itself, pull out to make it quieter. So this is for the small calibers 177 and 22. The fixed shroud here, this is for the larger calibers, the 25 and the 30. The 25 and 30 caliber utilize a 24-inch barrel, whereas the 177 and the 22 utilize a 19.6-inch barrel. In 177 caliber, the rifle has a 21-shot magazine. In 22, it can hold up to 18 shots. The 25 caliber has a 16-shot capacity, and the 30 caliber is a 14-shot magazine. In the back, you have an adjustable rear buttstock here. This is good for comfort. It also exposes your back chamber here, where you can change pellet probes. So like I kind of mentioned earlier, this rifle has the ability to change between 177, 22, 25, and 30 caliber. All you have to change is the barrel itself and this probe right here. You'll notice that you have a gauge right here underneath where you would load the magazine. This is one of 2 gauges that you have on this rifle, and the rear gauge right below the breech block here, that will read out what your regulator is operating at. Right above that, on the breech block, you have a little thumb screw. All that does is that holds your barrel into place. So when it comes time to change your barrel, you'll remove that thumb screw like I just did, give it a nice firm pull out, the barrel will come all the way out. And then vice versa, when it comes to changing barrels, push that one in. I always like to have it open so you can get in there and really see where the cutout is. So I take it completely out, make sure it's lined up. And if everything's lined up, it'll snug right into place. You have 2 plastic pieces that contour and accommodate a right-handed shooter. So that works as your cheek piece that you can rest your cheek on. It's not unusable for a left-handed shooter, but the way these are contoured, they're made to be most comfortable on a right-handed shooter. You do have 4 anchor points for Picatinny accessories. Atlas bipods work great underneath. Flashlights on the side, laser pointers, range finders. You'll notice that you have a very easy to use cocking arm right there, and it can be operated very simply while using the rifle. So everything is configured to be as comfortable as possible on this, and you can sit here and shoot without any interruption. These do have a manual style safety, and it is as straightforward as it can be. Point it at safe when you don't want to be able to engage it, flip it up to fire, and the gun will go off when you pull the trigger. You have a male Foster style connection here. We include a little magnetic dust cap to prevent any kind of debris or dirt from getting in there. The Impact utilizes an AR style grip, which is one of my favorite features on this gun. You have lots of different options when it comes to configurations, colors. Anywhere that sells AR grips, it will attach the same way to this FX Impact. The FX Impact has an FX match grade trigger, fully adjustable 2-stage. The blade can be canted left and right. This pressure gauge will read how much capacity is in your bottle. You'll notice that you do have a 480 cc carbon fiber bottle. This works really well with the regulator to give you not only lots of shots, but being carbon fiber, it keeps the rifle very lightweight. I think this one comes in just under 7 pounds, which is incredible for a 30 caliber rifle that does 78 foot-pounds if you want it to. Right above the carbon fiber bottle, you'll see what looks like almost a little thumb screw with some lines that you can either reveal or cover up. This is what is called the valve control knob. So being a bullpup and being it configured to be as compact as possible, you actually have a valve rod that runs all the way the length of the gun right here. So what this piece does is it sits on the valve, and when the valve opens, you can either tighten this piece in to restrict how much the valve can open, or by backing it out, you'll allow the valve to open and allow more air per shot. So if you follow me there, pulling it out will increase your power, and while turning it in will restrict the valve, making it less powerful. This is a great tool and probably the best way to get instant feedback when it comes to raising or lowering velocity. You also have a power wheel that I'm about to touch on, but right here is the most instant satisfaction. If you go all the way from 4 lines down to 1 line or 2 lines, you'll immediately see a reduction in the velocity. I like to use the 4 lines as anchor points to kind of keep in my head, maybe 30 calibers all the way out, 25s where you can see 3, 22s where you can almost see 3, and then 177 is 1 line. It works great as an anchor point and a quick on-the-fly adjustment for the rifle. The other point of adjustment that makes this gun multi-caliber is the reg pressure. It is externally adjustable. Right behind the trigger here, there is a brass 2.5 millimeter head. Never turn that screw in while the gun is under pressure. So I'll say that again. Never turn the screw in clockwise when there's pressure in the gun. What that does is that actually it decreases the chamber size of the regulator when you push it in, and when there's pressure pushing back, you're gonna cause problems and you're gonna have a leak afterwards. The gun is very, very, very accommodating. It just requires a lot of hands-on research to get it where you want it. The only other feature on the gun externally that will allow you to adjust power is the power wheel right here. A, B, C, D, E, the letters, are actually mini steps in between the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So starting at max power, it would go max 5, A4, B3, C2, D1, E minimum. Right out of the box, the impact will come specifically tuned to the caliber that you order it in. So if you're not incredibly mechanically inclined and don't want to be making all these adjustments, it's no problem. The gun will shoot great right out of the box. However, if you do feel the need to change and switch and really make it your own, FX offers you a platform here that's unlike any other when it comes to fine tuning. All FX rifles do come with a 1-year manufacturer's warranty. All right, so now that we've touched on pretty much all the features here that it has externally, we're gonna go put some air in it, we're gonna load up some magazines, and we're gonna crunch some numbers with all the different calibers on the range. Let's go check it out. So we have the FX Impact back at our 25-yard range. What we're gonna do is we're gonna run chronograph numbers over all 4 calibers. So a lot of data to be had here. We're gonna start with 177, 22, 25, 30, show you how many shots they get, average feet per second, and then calculate the foot-pounds from that. So let's get to it. In 177 caliber, we got 104 shots with an average velocity of 896 feet per second. We were using the JSB Exact Heavy 10.3 grains, and if you calculate that out, it comes to an average of 18.3 foot-pounds. In 22 caliber, we got 90 shots with an average of 904 feet per second. We were shooting the JSB Exact Heavy 18.1 grains, and if you calculate that out, that averages to 32.8 foot-pounds. In 25 caliber, we got 75 shots with an average of 914 feet per second. We were shooting the JSB Exact King 25.4 grains. If you calculate those numbers, the average foot-pounds was 47 foot-pounds of energy. In 30 caliber, we got 42 shots with an average of 822 feet per second. We were shooting the JSB 30 caliber Heavy 50.1 grains. If you calculate those numbers, the average is 75 foot-pounds of energy. So as you can see, obviously the bigger caliber you go, the fewer shots you get. That was a given, but still you're getting 100 plus in 177, 90 in 22, 70 in 25, and 40 in 30 caliber. So even though it's getting smaller, each caliber respectively is getting a lot of shots per fill. So we're out here at 50 yards. We're gonna start with the 177 caliber. 50 yards downrange, I have a steel plinker with about a 1/2-inch kill zone set up. So we're gonna shoot at that and see what kind of results we get. Let's have some fun. Ooh, okay, so there we did the first 5 shots of the magazine. All 5 just struck that center spot, clean as could be. And so lots of accuracy here at 50. We got a few more in the chamber, so let's go ahead and just dump them downrange and see what kind of results we get. So when it starts spinning, what I'm gonna try and do is keep the momentum going on each shot. So I'm gonna lose some of my accuracy shooting fastly, but fun way to challenge yourself. Whew, all right. Oh, I pulled it too quick. Oh, I went to the right target. The low target. All right, there we go. It's back on. Keep it going. Yes. Oh, it went through. Ah. And one more for good measure. How many shots does this magazine hold? All right. Yeah, great shooting, a lot of fun. Okay, so we're gonna switch the 177 to the 22. We're gonna start the clock now. All right, there it is. Real time right there, probably right around a minute. We just switched calibers completely on our gun. That's what makes the Impact really unique and really groundbreaking and innovative. Go for the piggy. That's a satisfying clink. His little chicken friend didn't last long either. Effortless. Now we're gonna change out the 22 for the 25 caliber barrel, and we're gonna put a single bolt paper up and shoot for a 5-shot group at 50 yards. All right, so that is 5. They're a little high of center, but that's because we're switching calibers so much. But let's get downrange. I think it's gonna be really tight here. These are 5 shots, yes, 5 shots through basically one ragged hole. I'm not certain, but that might be the best 50-yard group I've ever personally shot. The gun just made it that simple, just one after another in that same hole right there. So that's 5 shots at 50 yards. I'm impressed, the gun is impressive. Let's go switch calibers and see what the 30 can do. Lots of splatter, but I saw a couple of them roll away. So we got a couple, and I think a couple got away from us. I think we smashed 3 of them, so 3 out of 5 in a line. It's got some serious knockdown power. Today, we got to take a look at the FX Impact. We got to do something that we've never done before and test 4 calibers all in one platform. We took it to 20 and ran over the chronograph, and then out to 50 to show you the accuracy that it was capable of. Had a blast with this gun. It's truly a one-of-a-kind gun. That's gonna do it for this video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with videos like this, as well as follow us on Facebook, and be sure to join our email list to stay up to date with all sales and promotions. I'm Jared Clark. Be sure to keep an eye out for our next video.